dead. I think those are the people that's going to pay, who used it for money. I think those are the people who are going to pay and who used it, and especially because vengeance do belong to the Lord, especially those who used it for vengeance. Because quite frankly, Messy Talk could have spent 7 days celebrating her, talking about what took place and how to that's true, and how to change, if what will people be doing going forward. But no, Messy Talk went to point those fingers, and then all the fingers were pointing back. AJ in particular. I think what AJ did and is so atrocious. Absolutely insanity. She had a complete disregard for the family and said, instead of you guys trying to figure out what happened, trying to figure out what happened, why it happened, getting your arrangements to all of that. We wanted to be inundated with people calling and posting on large platforms all over the world about their child. And then come to find out, you did nothing to stop it. This justice that you want was right there in your face when there was oxygen in her lungs and blood warm in her body. And I put a clip on my page today when she told her while they were berating her, you stop, you listen. Wow. Wow. I just find that just so atrocious. Because she wanted revenge. Wanted revenge. And I would like for anyone to tell me this. How in the hell does one what am I going to do? I told myself what I'm going to do, what I'm going to attempt to do, because I've been living this way for so long. What I'm going to do is, when I think someone is manipulating or being manipulative with mental health, playing with mental health, not taking mental health seriously, I won't be so angry and vile to them. I will say to myself, if someone is mentally ill enough to pretend to be mental, if someone pretends to be mentally ill, then there's a good possibility they're mentally ill. Right? But I would get infuriated with people who play with mental health and mental illness. I would get infuriated. And that's what you guys saw in the clips that you have seen. So I think in the future, I will continue to do as I've done and say, you got to get away from me. You can't, no, you can't be, but I may do it a little better, a little kinder, right? If I could change anything from the situation, I just said it. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate the well wishes. I would not thank you. I would not be so vile to someone that I assume is mishandling mental health and not taking it so serious, and maybe, take myself out of it, always thinking about the people who walked this earth wishing they had the resources that she had. And I just looked at her as someone who was squandering resources and squandering I want to say something so bad, but it may be insensitive. You remember in AZ I let you up? He don't sleep. He doesn't. What I want to say is insensitive, but it's a general statement, not just about Rizzy. It's about the new generation. Sometimes I feel like these new kids don't really see how fortunate they are. And to me, that is, it irks my soul. Because I'll be like, why y'all just can't see yourself? Why you can't see that you're smart, you're talented, you come from a good family, you got resource. I just, that irritates me. And I pushed my own children away because of that. Because I just can't get it, because I didn't have those resources. And it's like you be thinking about yourself and you be saying, I wish I had what you had. I wish I had and I get irritated and angry. I'm starting to see, right? Because my husband would tell me that about our children. He would say, babe, you gotta stop. But I'm like, I expect the best because I instilled the best and I put good stock in them. And I taught them manners and I taught them, that books and God and reading and knowledge is power. And I taught them all those things. Why they don't, and I put them in an atmosphere of excellence, watching me pull my, pray my way up out of the gut. They watched me. Why can't they do it? And it would just irk me. And I even told Rizzy, she just reminded me so much of my daughter, and it was just irritating because I was like, Rizzy came from good stock, good family, good this, good that. Why can't she just see it? And it just irritate my soul. And I really hate that. Right? I really hate that these young people cannot see the benefit, how they are living a really beneficial life. They have so many benefits. And for people who you saw me giving her tough love, that because I was like, I know she came from a good family and she came from, I could tell by her, So I was just like, get it together, girl. Maybe everything was, I don't know. And so in me thinking she was squandering away resources, mental health resources, money, that education. You remember me trying to bench her? Yeah. Squandering the law school. That pissed me off. And it didn't help that she was, she was one of my adversaries. So that made it even worse. I think I would have been irritated and angry had we not did the adversarial thing. But when she became my adversary, that's when, I became really absolutely despicable our relationship became extremely despicable towards each other. Extremely. No, it wasn't. It was pure evil. You're right. Encouraging her to stay. I was on that, but when I felt attacked, I attacked back, and maybe I just didn't, care anymore about trying to steer someone that I felt was trying to hurt me. We give them more, but they seem to struggle more because I think so. I can't figure it out. My daughter probably don't claim me 90% of the time. So that works out great. But it is what it is. Can't go back and change time, and I don't want to. Best thing to do is learn from it. Yeah, so. Well, I'm going to, and it's in about a few days, shorty. But return to sender, bitch. Hey, Stacey Lynn, how you doing? Thank you, Niqua. Child, I thought I had muted your bitch ass. Get out of here. Okay, what is going on with TikTok? It says operation failed. Your ass got to go, shorty. So, it is what it is. But I would be. What's up, AZ?
Hello. Hey, King.
Hey, Mosey. What's up, baby?
I do miss her when she was like, Auntie Keyonnna. She really had me dying. I miss her.
She only tried me with that one time, and I shut it right down. I said, you know what, I'm play that. Don't play me. Don't do that.
I missed her when she said that. That had me dying.
Don't play with me. I didn't like it. I said, don't do that.
But that was a good memory of her. That was
it ain't good because I shut it down. And hey, maybe you never know. That might have hurt her feelings. That might have made, she might have just been trying to piss me off. I don't know which side, but when she came out, I was like, don't do that.
And it had me dying.
Don't do that because we passed all that now. We gone past.
But is that my favorite one and only most hated? Hey, most hated.
I thought you was asleep.
Hey, most hated. I'm about to go to sleep. I'm eating my candy canes right now. I ain't even put my fan up yet. Before I go to bed, I like to eat me about 5 to 6 candy canes so my nose don't be stuck.
Your background loud. Like, I swear you had me like.
My nephew.
So I got you in my ear, these glasses.
Yeah, my nephews. But not you with the little mirror.
Okay.
But I was live. They wouldn't throw me no gifts and paying their dues, so I had to leave.
Shit. One thing I can say about these comment cousins this week, they've been like, ain't none of y'all getting rewarded for y'all bad behavior. We ain't rewarding that. I mean, HB, she did all right. But
and
they've
been
they have been cutting up, baby. They've been saying, y'all ain't get paid. Y'all done cut up. Y'all got us all over the internet. Y'all got us all out here on Front Street. You're not getting no monies. And it's been so hilarious, the people who've been trying to resurrect their platforms. Baby, you could have went and flipped a burger. Not troll on strike. Dad, we don't know what the hell you talking about. But yeah, these folks could have flipped a burger. Some of these people thought they was going to jump their shit back off on Rizzy. And it ain't happened. You had a good little hot little 24 hours. Yeah, exactly. She had a good little 24. And now what you gonna do, Maddie? Gonna be back to run around here talking about some battle means. Let's do a battle to raise money for this, bitch. Raise money for that tooth. That tooth.
Some people like
exactly 15 minutes of frame, not even fame, of frame. That's all they were trying to do is frame people.
Some people like to be toothless.
Right. The bonnet lady, she tried to jump her shit off too. I ain't even been on her page. Child, what goes around come around. Only thing I need to do is when it happens to her, will y'all please run by me, because I always get a front row seat to everybody who come after me, baby. I always get a front row seat of their demise.
Girl, I got
Just
that.
make
Remember
sure,
that
because I don't know
girl?
the lady. So y'all make sure y'all come by here and be like, oh, you heard about bonnet lady? It never fails in my life. It never
Remember that girl
fails
we was arguing
in
with for
my
like 3
world.
hours? I got her account clipped.
Good. That's on her. It never fails.
She
It
had
never fails.
she called me out. They sharing the live and everything. Remember that girl we was arguing with for 3 hours? Yeah, they sent me her
Mm-hmm.
live. She started talking. So you know what I did? I went up there and I got her account clipped. I said, R word, R word, R word. And then they took her stuff. Logged her out. Bye. And I stopped trying to try me.
Yeah. Yeah, I expect a lot of them to, yeah, it never fails. Because again, this woman don't know us. She don't know any of us to be speaking on us, especially me. And I just found that it was so funny that the first thing when it comes to me, real estate, real estate, real estate, like, do y'all realize people come from all walks of life on this internet? What the hell does real estate got to do with any of this? Now we know why Petty said it. Petty said it because I had her license shut off.
Wait, you said something license?
To what?
Wait, you shut off somebody's license?
Petty? Yeah.
You said shut off?
Shut it down. She no
Oh.
longer could sell her brokerage turned the license off. Freeman, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's what I'm talking about. So, at the end of the day, I've been here before. I've been on hate campaigns much closer to home. People who, felt like, oh man, because y'all know I give away what most people sell, right? I give away financial literacy, credit repair, all that stuff. I mean, that it is what it is on that. Um, and so I've had, people do this before, and I ain't seen one win yet. I've seen some people whose lives could have been, decent, good, wonderful, and they tried to destroy everything that God gave me, and it just totally crumbled their stuff. And for whatever reason, I always get a front row seat. I don't care how distant, I don't care how, before she passed, we did not know she was passed. We did not know. We actually thought it was a hoax because that had been done before. Same exact style. And coincidentally, the young lady who was ran off the internet when it was done before posted a video today. And I think you could tell in the video she was angry because, again, she, from what I was told, I wasn't around, I didn't know them, but she really bore the brunt of, people thinking that she's the reason why she attempted to do it. So you could tell that in that young lady's video, she was upset. But yeah, so no, we were told in that live that it had been done before and that it was a hoax. Do I feel bad for how things were handled? I on my end, when? Oh yeah, they spent the narrative that if you didn't know any better, you would thought that we heard, hey, she's no longer with us, and I was like, ooh, let's make poke fun and do a Spider-Man video. It didn't happen like that. Not at all. I don't, like I said, when somebody sent me the TMZ, I was like, oh shit. And I went, look, screenshot. And I haven't been back over to TMZ. I have never read any comments to see anything. Somebody read a comment when I was in their platform the other day because they said it was edited and they said Braid was taken out and I was added or something like that. So, but I mean, like I said, I've been so-called cancel culture so many times, much closer to home by people that I shared a lot with, tried to take my businesses and it wound up taking theirs. I thank you, most hated. So, or it wound up, I would say, debilitating theirs. So that's just how that rolls. We know it was never justice for Rizzy. It was never about Rizzy. It was about revenge on several people's part. AJ wanted revenge with HB. Genty wanted revenge with HB. Petty Rowe wanted revenge with me. They bled on Braid. Petty wanted revenge on Braid as well. But AJ and Genty bled on Braid and then tried to clean up the blood. And the feds coming to knock at my damn door for fucking what? Tell them to bring us a ginger ale and some hot tamales when they come. I like that. Why did I mock her? When? I'm glad you did see it. What's your point? So anyway, come through, Key, with the bus down. Let me tell you, Az, don't come up with that foolishness. What type in the comments? Cause I know you up to no good. What that happened? Yeah, but I just want to know the magic trick of somebody who ain't had any direct contact with Rizzy ever, per one on one. Well, in the inbox, she tried to give me a page one time. I said I'm good. We lost the page in the live. My live shut down. And she inboxed me and said, I got a page you can have. And I said, no, I'm good. I set up, I'm resilient like that. So I set up about 15 pages that day. I was like, they take this one and we got another one. But she came in my inbox and tried to offer me a page one time. But other than that, that was a year and 4 months ago. Other than that, we never talked directly. So please tell me how the fuck you bully someone that you don't talk directly to on the back end, privately, never called them, never had their number, they never had yours, never had an email, never had yours. Only one inbox, and it was pertaining to TikTok, and that inbox is gone. That page is gone. How the hell do you bully somebody you don't even talk to?
Girl Sagittarius gonna lose all her people already.
So what?
She finna lose her people already. She snapping on them.
Okay. Question you won't ask: how is it easy? I never went to dinner with her. I don't know that man.
She telling them she'll do good when it's just two people in there.
How do you feel now about her rapist and her assault? Um, I don't know him. Thank you. Who sent me that? Thank you, baby. Oh, that's HB.
She,
Thank you. Words hurt. You're right, they do. But unfortunately, Um, Words are protected as long as they're
Ooh.
not threatening. They're protected. So, thank you, girl. You sent a video. What you saw was a clipped up video. If somebody was in, like, you see how I'm talking to you, but then thank you. You see, I'm talking to you, but telling HB thank you, but reading them. Me and Tony had just got back from eating, and I went into who live that was that day. Yeah, words can't reach you if you're not available. That's true. I don't know who live I went into, but baby, Rizzy didn't give me 5 minutes, baby. She dropped my ass so quick. So of course I'm pissed, and I came in my room, and folks always like, where you been, Auntie Key? Where you been? I'm like, we went out to eat. Um, I said we went out to eat. Went out to eat at Piccadilly. See how I just said, and I'm reading her comment. So I said we went out to eat at Piccadilly. Everybody know Piccadilly is pretty much in Georgia. Um, and somebody came in the comments and was basically saying like, Rizzy get on my nerve for dropping you. She always dropping you, and that's when I was trolling. I said, that man, he's got a beautiful wife, because it had just come out that she contacted the wife's mother. She had just told people, and they was talking about in the room, that she had called the man's mother-in-law. So I was trolling. Was it vile? Yes, it was. Was it immature? Yes, it was. But I said then, and you got those screenshots? Okay. I'll say, I said then, and I'll say now. Everyone in the United States of America is supposed to be looked at as innocent until proven guilty. Everyone. So, child ain't gonna learn nothing, but only thing I learned is how to block and mute your ass quickly. Do I look like I'm innocent? So, well, why you here though? I mean, I don't understand. I'm not fucking with no bitch that I don't like her actions, unless I'm trying to troll. Okay, there you go. So it was a troll. It was me trolling because I was pissed off. She dropped me out the panel that day. Immature, very. But I still say, Rizzy's somebody's daughter. That man is somebody's son. And everybody need to have their day. They need to have their day to face it. But I'll tell y'all something I seen tonight. I was like, if one more person profits off this child. So TMZ's post has been deleted. That is interesting. Has it?
Because I called them.
Boy, hush. You ain't called nobody.
No, yes I did. Yes I did. I contacted them yesterday.
Thank you, baby. It's still there.
It's supposed to have removed the comments.
You said what?
They supposed to remove the comments.
It's not what, Braxton? I told you I don't go, so it don't bother me. It is what it is. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. Once they posted it, they posted it. And that's why outlets like that are constantly getting sued. It's not deleted. Okay, good. Baller alert. They said that girl was dating. Hey, Roland. They said she was dating Black Chicago. I know you lying. I know you lying to me. They just went to post a celebrity, so it's it's harder to find. Okay, gotcha. Yes, they did. That ball alert was a mess. I was like, somebody from Messy Talk just was just writing up something and just said, "Him, post it real quick." It was a mess. It was a mess. I know that man, Black Chicago, probably his. If I were him, I'd probably damn get my people on that. You know, sat there and said, "I'm dating this young girl," and he
Well,
got a whole wife. So what?
I don't know if you heard, but it was confirmed today in CEO Live. Jinty, he
Rizzy was
confirmed.
dating Black Chicago.
Jinty confirmed himself that he the one sent the article to TMZ. That's why it was uploaded. And AJ is the owner of the Reddit.
And look what all these posters coming out is saying. Rizzy get tormented on AJ's panel, and AJ assisting in the torment.
He confirmed that on a CEO panel this morning.
Get your background so loud. Do y'all
No,
remember it was I used to love me some Lifetime, right? And there was this Lifetime, the cheerleaders. Y'all remember the cheerleaders Erder? It was some called about the cheerleader. And the girl, it's gonna benefit back from AJ. The girl was a cheerleader and she got unalive, right? And so one of the other cheerleaders befriended. Okay, you good. Befriended the mother, and let me mute you, baby. Okay, there you go. Befriended the mother, and was basically like a comfort for the mom, trying to get justice for the daughter, find out who done it to the daughter, and then come to find out she was the one that did it. With these crusaders that's been rolling around here, that's exactly what that is. She go doing this whole whoop. The Texas cheerleader. I don't know. I know it's on live. It was a Lifetime movie because we used to sit and watch Lifetime movie. But baby, when I tell you that was a mess, and that's what some of this looked like with Shigo when you got up in that panel and you checked Erica Nicole for playing music so Rizzy could do that with Braid King and all this old stuff and encouraging da 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 da, and basically called that girl that. And then now you trying. I'm talking to the family. That is some man. I don't see how y'all conscious let y'all do, but y'all can talk about my conscience all you want to, because I said stay away from me. Thank you, darling. Stay away from me. Don't talk to me. I feel like you play with mental health, and I can't deal with you. And when we argue, we go low with each other. I'm such a bad person for that, but y'all ain't a bad person for planning this girl family face. I know you lie. AJ, justice for Rizzy, justice for Rizzy. And then Rizzy's in there being taught. I just posted a thing on my page when they were going back and forth with the money. AJ said, "Well, what you gonna do when they get to 4,000? And what you gonna, girl? Why couldn't you either ask your? Why couldn't you ask your friend? Don't take that girl money. You know that girl ain't all the way there. Yeah, you know that now. Mm-mm. You went all the way through it. What the hell? Hold on, y'all.
Key, I love the hair. Isn't like 50-inch bundles?
Beautiful God, what you mean cancel the friend request? What you talking about? I don't have a friend request from you. What are you talking about? Oh, BK is stepping aside and speaking up, although he knows it was wrong. He is not associating himself. He is stepping aside from messy talk. You think so? Hey, Black Daria, not really much. Not really much. I mean, if I was a betting person and if I was a betting person, and y'all know Keyonnna say some things and it happened, right?
He is not backing away from messy talk if he's telling he already said he finna clock some people when he come back. And a few people was on his list. He already said Diamond was one of the people that was talking about Rizzy. And he named HB too.
He said what?
He said when he come back he was clocking some people too. Black Diamond, she played the video and she was talking, reacting to it. Then he said he was gonna clock HBT as well. And a few other content creators.
Well, somebody's my head hot water too. That's the crazy part. That's what made AJ just AJ and Shigo look so like just absolutely crazy because they wanted other people to be guilty, knowing Braid had the closest relationship to her, knowing Braid had the biggest fallout with her. 2 or 3 day prior makeup, that ain't going that's not if that's okay, then it's all okay. And that's what really, so back to what my original statement, if I was a betting person, Braid gonna fall out with AJ and Shigo. Because again, they didn't want justice for Rizzy. They wanted revenge on HB and me. And they bled all over him. And I mean gutted like a fish bled, like a hog bled, all over him. With their own when they literally could have just said, rest in peace, Rizzy, played her song, Many Men, and all the, and just had a chill week of trying to get it together. These people are made national. That man got a braiding brand. That is could possibly be down the drain. I mean, and I find it just, like I said, it's just certain things that just really trip me out because I'm like, if anybody wrote in a statement like, well, Keyonnna bullied her in whose panels? Because Keyonnna don't do her panel, and when she do, Rizzy ain't welcome in there. Oh, so y'all let her? Okay. They don't even get, they just don't get it. So the first thing they're gonna say, if we get to give her a charge, we damn sure get to give you one because you allowed it, you hosted it, you gave a venue for it and space for it, you didn't stop it or shut it down. So you want your cuffs now? How tight? Like y'all just weird. Y'all are so weird. But as she used to drop me before I can even talk. But that's not, and that's true. But I'm just saying, when you say someone tormented someone, where? In person? Nope. We never met in person. Over the phone? Never talked on the phone. Via email? Never emailed. Via text? Never text. Via inbox? Only one inbox, and it was her sending me one asking me that I want to use her page over a year ago. So where was it? Oh, it was over on AJ's panel. So, AJ, you told me that you felt she was tormented. Why didn't you stop the torment?
Well, officer, I didn't know what I was doing. My bad.
Oh, but however, you are in healthcare. Maybe not mental health care, but health care.
I'm just a
So
janitor.
but ho. You have even more of a duty to stop it.
Well, I'm just a poor old janitor.
Whatever. You have even more of a duty to stop it.
She
Hey,
told me she
darling.
ain't no more. She's a janitor.
We have to be careful what our words say. But okay, that's on her. She told her to be quiet while he was ripping her a new one. I posted it on my page today. So when you say you did she got tormented, right? Aren't I was getting ready to say that. You saw torment and did nothing as a healthcare professional, because negligence says just a human being must do something that is reasonable and prudent when someone is being injured, when someone is harmed. You don't always have to get in the way. You call 911, all that. But you must do what a reasonable and prudent person would do. So if you saw her get get tormented, and you had the power and the control to stop it, which is not most times people have it was your damn place. No one should have to stop something that should have never started. That is true. But it did. It started. Do you believe someone could walk through my front door right now? And if I had a guest sitting on my sofa and somebody walked through my front door, I know them, I'm cool with it. I kick it with them. And they walk through my front door and they grab my guest and they began ripping their clothes off. Well, not ripping, but taking it. And I'm like, and I tell them, just stop. Let them, just listen. Just stop and let them do what they're doing. Because that's what she described. She described that she was tormented, but yet she didn't drop not one person, not Braid out the box, not me out the box, not whoever else out the box. That she HB out the box, nobody. Basically silenced her. Yet again, she felt, probably looking at the clip today, she probably did feel silenced, helpless, because that was the norm for a lot of creators in the comments. Yeah. But I tell people when they come to my platform, if you know how to dance, go ahead. I'm going to let you put your dancing shoes on. But if you don't know how to dance, and I know you don't know how to dance, guess what's going to happen? I'm not going to let nobody come up here and dance with you. When she was on my platform, it didn't happen. I just looked at a clip where Queen Jewel said, she played in your face, Keyonnna. She played in your face. And I said, hey, I got rid of you for her. She said, I don't remember that part. Queen, stop playing. I did get you out of there because y'all were arguing all the time. And I did choose Rizzy over you. But okay. She played in my face in the end. And what? Right? Yeah, I do too. But I ask anyone who sat in the breakfast tea with Key. Ask anyone who sat in the chicken shack. When do they ever recall her getting cussed out, belittled in my fucking box? Ever. Ever. Thank you, dog. Never happened. Not in my box. Never. I dare you find the clip. Search them high and low. Find one where she's sitting in one of them 8 boxes and somebody reading her down. And my ass ain't either getting into it or dropping them. AJ full of shit. And she made, to me, a mockery of this. I haven't heard it. It can be looked as selfish to end it that way. It can, but... Hey, boo. I've been worried about you. We got to talk. I need you to call me tomorrow. I need to just love on you and just tell you how much I thank you for your kind words. Thank you, thank you, thank you for always being solid with me, baby. Thank you. Yeah, there was never, okay, baby. There was never a time in them 8 boxes I let her get cussed out. Because the night when she cussed me out first, and I said, you done here? Don't come back. She ain't never been mistreated in that box. Never. Now afterwards, we go to town, and people like, AJ, let me. Let us, because we went to town on each other. Let's call a thing a thing. But see, I'm not saying that I tormented her. AJ is. I think that's just atrocious. Thank you. I think it's atrocious to have put this child all over. Okay, baby. That's a good time too. To put that child all over the internet on some things you done yourself. And I just, I said, wow. AJ, we finding clips. Genty, we found the clips where he told her to take her life. He was telling her that he had previously told her to take her life. Aunt Karen came up in the box when they was telling Rizzy about, Braid King. And she said she likes to be tortured. She likes to be mistreated. She's a pay pig. That's what she like. She want that. Petty Rose sitting in the box while Braid King tell her to take her life. Didn't say a word. But these are the champions, my friend. Babe, we need some new champions. And we need them fast. We'll tell him to be live. Good for him. Yeah. Those are the champions. Rizzy's champions. Now, there was a young lady who used to kick it with Rizzy, and she would try everything in her power. Girl named Security. She would try everything in her power to work with Rizzy, and even when, and tell the honest truth, when Rizzy was wrong, she would say, you're antagonizing, da 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 da, but you're my friend, and I'm going to be your friend, and I'm going to stick with you. Where in the hell is Security? Because if there's anyone who should have been posting a Reddit, like I said, I don't know the whole picture because y'all know I don't deal with Rizzy, so her Rizzy might have fell out in the worst way. I just didn't hear about it. I don't know. But I do know if there was, from what the last I seen, Security was the only person, one of the only people that had the room to talk. One of the only people that could, like I said, I haven't checked some comments on some of these videos to see what Security felt over the time, different times when, they was in Rizzy shit. And I did, like I said, I did see a clip where, Security came up and she basically was like, Rizzy, it was the clip with Queen Jewel. She said, you came up and antagonized this woman. She said, I was sitting here saying, when you come off mute, what, you going to antagonize Jewel? So she would tell Rizzy the truth. And there's nothing wrong with people telling you the truth. Telling someone the truth about their behavior is not tormenting them. Telling someone the truth about their behavior is not bullying them. It's trying to help them grow. And I saw that in a clip with Security, but I do remember Security being an extremely good friend, or good internet friend, good acquaintance. So if anybody should have been doing a crusade, it should have been Security. Some of you other no. No more Rizzy money. He is going back to Braden to fund child support. I know you fucking lie. So if you ask me, some of y'all just should have just sat this one out. Sat this one out. I'm just saying. No. And it just boggles my mind how everybody feel like they, they can judge. I know, thank you, baby. The JJs did not like her. But yet we on the case. Come on, JJ. I thought that was, when I tell you, I thought that was a Betty Crocker shit. When I said Betty Crocker shit, you mean to tell me the JJs is supposed, I know y'all the precinct, but y'all supposed to be on the case to get justice for her when y'all didn't like her. Child. Betty Crocker shit. I knew then we had Houston, we got a problem. Got to tell the story from the top to the bottom. Just ignorant. Just ignorant. Thank you, baby. Just plain old ignorant. And I'll be totally honest with you all. Had I not been live that night and nobody came in my panel and nobody was able to say, oh, she's faking, it's a hoax, she's done this before, and I do that dumbass shit I did with the little Spider-Man thing, and I just been like, what? I got a call. So-and-so happened. What? Oh my, no. I still would have sat it out. Y'all think I would have been like, oh, we need to get... What? I would have just sat it out. Condolences to her family. I can't act like she and I were the best of friends. Do you know the light skinned lady that was in the crypto panel was also on AJ panel that day? I don't go over to AJ's, so I definitely don't know. Are you going to talk about the video Shari made about you? Who the hell is Shari? The truth gonna come out. We see what you did. So does TMH. You better repent. You better go back to school. That's what you do. You go back to school because I don't think you know how. You so angry. You typing it wrong, baby. And you was in my queue. Oh, too bad. Yeah. So yeah, I would have just if somebody had called me and told me it happened, I would say, wow, that's unfortunate. Which clip? And I would have just not gotten in it. Tell them to fall back. Exactly. I would have not got in it. You think I would have been like, well, last time me and her got into it back in September, honey, that means we made up and that means we good. So I can go around here and be like, this person got into it with her the other day and this person got into it with her. Y'all sound dumb. Thank you, Nicola. Thank you, baby. That's how these folks out here acting like, well, I know we all done got into it, but I made up with her in the last 32 minutes, and I made up with her in the last 32 hours, and I made up with her in the last 32 days. So I'm in the clear. That's not how that works. Did you think somebody wasn't going to find your clips? Did Petty Rowe really think when she, a prominent real estate agent in Conyers, you think we weren't going to find the clip? You sitting there listening to that man tell that girl to take her life. Back to back to back to back to back. Mm. Exactly. AJ, you thought we were going to find the clips when you were telling that girl to hush while Bray can't talk crazy to her. She go, you thought we were going to find them clips? Where you telling Erica you shouldn't have helped her be a predator braid. You thought we were going to find them clips? Child, please. And now I'm listening to live because, like, don't get me wrong. In the box under Cash Money, okay, I'm going to look for it. I'm just gonna be totally 100 with you. I'm noticing the rooms go down. Exactly. Once it hits the internet, it's never deleted, and that's fine. That is so fine. But hold on. Who is these people? Hello? Okay. I don't think y'all be ready. All right. So yeah, once it hits the internet, it's done. You thought we were gonna find those clips? And that makes you look like more of a fool and a villain and a despicable person to play the hero knowing you were a part of the hurt, enabling, or whatever you want to call it, and know you was a part of it. I'm just being real. If you had a loved one, you know how children get in little street gangs or whatever. We've seen one movie after the other about this. and if you had a loved one who was in a little street gang, right? And your loved one come up unalive, who would you be more angry with? The person who did the unaliving and said, yes, I unalived them. It is what it is. Or the person who helped them unalive, but then came and brought you a cake and some fried chicken and told you that they swore to you they was gonna find who did it, and knowing damn well they handed the weapon to the person who did it, or they, you know what I'm saying, covered up some evidence. Who would you be more pissed off with? Hey, Pooh. Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? Chill out right there. Chill out. It's a nice little blanket right here. Chill out. Hey, darling. Look, come up here. Hey, sweetie. So y'all just playing these people's face. Exactly. If they look me up, they're going to find a real pretty lady. Dumb hoe. Yeah, y'all remember the movie Juice? Y'all remember the movie Juice? When Tupac unalive, and y'all, I was so in love with Khalil Kain back then. I named my child after Khalil Kain. Y'all remember when Khalil Kain, knowing he had done took that boy out, but then went to the funeral. That is some diabolical shit. That what AJ and Chico did. And Genty too, if you ask me, but damn sure. Well, Genty too, cause yeah. AJ specifically. Like, just specifically. You have a Monday through Friday, sometime Monday through Saturday panel. And child, Riz would get ate up in there by them damn JJs all the time. And then you sat there and said, well, we're going to get justice for Riz. Girl, you need your ass whooped. They going to lock your mama up for her, bitch. Just crazy work. The craziest work I done seen in a long time with that right there. Was that right there. Y'all sat there and said y'all was getting justice while y'all was getting vengeance. And that's sad. Despicable, low down, disgusting. Child, please. You're not my client, so you can't get it taken, dummy. You scared? You know what you did. Get your little stuff up here. You ain't scared of me. You scared of these questions. Stop playing. You scared of me. You scared of these interview skills. Come on up here. Let me interview you. I got all my front teeth. Everybody else out here do interviews. They ain't got all their front teeth. That's weird. To be an interviewer with no front teeth. That's why you know Messy Talk is not a real place. How the hell you an interviewer with no front tooth? How the hell is you a human being over the age of 18 with no front tooth? No, 8. No, when you lose all your teeth in the front. How the hell you a human being over the age of 7 with no front tooth? The hell? And had the nerve to say you want to interview. If you don't get your ass somewhere, that's how you know. That's how you know Messy Talk is not a real place. And you don't know nothing about nothing. They said that you had an orange jumpsuit the other day. I ain't kid shit, bitch. Messy talk is not a real place. The number one interviewer over here is missing their whole front tooth. And it's been gone so long that they would literally have to probably take both of these, whatever left out, and just try to hook them on to here because she done destroyed what bone was there by leaving it out so long. Messy Talk is not a real place, but she decided, I want to do interview. You'd have came, you'd have came out better had you been a TikTok DJ. I'm just saying, you of all the things, you gonna want to use your mouthpiece, and it's missing an apparatus. Girl, if you don't get you a damn boom box and put your phone next to it and try to make you a little piece of Skrilla, little money or something. I remember that's why she hate me. She been on my ass because one of the things about me, and I know this about me, I make sense in my insults sometimes. And those are the ones that hurt the worst. Like when I just be like, talking my little regular little stuff, that stuff don't do nothing. Everybody fat, skinny, ugly, pretty, tall, short, all of that. But when I make sense with my insults, it hit home and it hurt and it sticks. And ever since I told her that, she asked me, she said, can I interview you? I paid $25. And I was like, nah, I'm not interested in an interview. And I was being nice, but when we got into it, I said, the fuck I look like taking $25 from you when you should be putting that 25 toward a tooth. Do you know how bad I would feel knowing that you could get a flipper if you just interview me? If you take the money you're giving me, Braid, Susu, AJ, and everybody else you interviewed, about 2 or 3 other interviews, and get you a whole front tooth, and then come back and talk to me. Do you think I would feel comfortable taking $25 from a person with no front tooth? That shit would, let me tell you something, we would have made TMZ for that. Very well off, y'all know y'all will throw it in there. Very well off real estate agent took $25 as an interview for Messy Talk from a lady who has absolutely no front tooth. And then not only that, I was afraid because them interviews be running long. I've seen her. Yeah, I was in there. Go read it right quick for me. Go read it and come back. I was afraid because I know how I am, right? You didn't read it. I was in there. My face says everything my mouth refuses to, and y'all know my mouth says a lot. So just imagine what my face say. If my face say more than my mouth, you know my face is a mess. So I just was like, I didn't want to sit there for hours and she interviewed me and I'd be looking like at that missing gap. I didn't want to do that. I didn't feel like I just should be doing that. It just felt, it felt deplorable. Because I knew at some point somebody was going to come and say, Keyonnna, you literally be spending $25, on and you took that girl $25 knowing she need a tooth. And I know how y'all do me. I know that's what y'all would have said. So I didn't have a win there. So I just said no interview. And if you look at all her interviews, you will not see one of me. Because I said, hell no. I refuse to let all I want for Christmas is my one front tooth interview me. Not happening. Hey, Pooh. So, anywho, that's why her and Vendetta is with me. Because when we argued, I made sense. And I also told her one time, because she said, my anger like it. And I said, you know how crazy you sound? You know how absolutely asinine you sound saying that you have a man, but no front tooth. You don't have a man, you have company. You have a man, you have somebody that's willing to get you dirty but won't give you soap to clean yourself up. You shouldn't want a man that look you in your face and say, I want you with no front tooth. You shouldn't. I called my kid an R slur. Are you high? Shut up. And I think that hurt her feelings. Because sometimes, depending on how people are raised, they don't, I ain't even say how raised, some of these people just crazy. Because actually she was crying by her parents telling her she spent $1,200 on a motel room. I just want to have fun for my birthday. Girl, you got so many things that you can do. I think you need to go because I don't know what you're talking about. You're going to have to go. So anyway. So I think she got upset, greatly upset with me for telling her, like, you should say, with no front tooth in your mouth, you should literally be like, hey man, I'm studying to be a nun. What Gorilla said, I ain't got no nigga and no nigga ain't got me. That should be your theme song if you ain't got no front tooth. You should literally be walking around singing Gorilla. Because then you can say, I just told y'all the reason I don't have a front tooth. I don't have no nigga and no nigga ain't got me. I am paying my bills. Ain't enough left over for the tooth. But if a nigga enter this equation, the first thing he buying is the tooth. Can you imagine? You know how guys want to be, hey babe, what you want for Christmas? What you want for your birthday? This bitch say everything but a tooth. That's how y'all know these folks ain't got no boyfriends. Because boyfriends gonna give you something. You know? I'm just saying. Boyfriends gonna ask you, do you want something for your birthday, for Christmas, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day? Girl, you are letting us know in 4K you don't have anybody who will give you anything or that you're extremely off. Because if he asks you, hey, what you want for Christmas, and you say something other than a front tooth, but spend 12, that could have been a damn 12 flippers. You break this one, you got another. I can't take people like you serious. I just can't take. I just never took her serious. You purposely walking around with no front tooth. Sounded like you smoke a pack of Marlboro every 2 hours. And then she having them atrocious ass wigs. It just be just wrong. It just be wrong. And I just be like, child, I don't know why I got these glasses on, child. Because ain't nobody in the box for me to listen to. It just be wrong. I'm like, ugh. And it's always the people that be wrong that want to be out front and center. See, look at me. I play the let me tell y'all something. When I was that chick who, you know what I'm saying, I didn't have much, I played the back. Shut up, Miss. I played the back. Man, I went to on the days I went, especially in high school and all them other grades, I had to do what I had to do because I didn't have the money. It was supposed to be my parents that took care of me. But when I could buy my own clothes, my own shoes, and I showed up for school and I knew I wasn't hitting that day, baby, I used to literally wait for the bell to ring. And I would get tardy. Yes, I'm tardy. Because I'm not walking through these halls looking like this today. I'm not feeling it, and ain't nobody gonna see me look like this. And I used to go in the room, sit in the back of the room, and mind my business. A lot of times I went to sleep, but sometimes I just sat there and made sure that I didn't bring no attention to me. And I had all 32 of my teeth at that time. And not a wrinkle in sight. Just when dressed properly, hair wasn't done, nails wasn't done. But baby, y'all be out here with the basic life essentials and bringing attention to yourself. Can you imagine? Shut up, Miss. Can you imagine had like one of the major outlets called her for it and she's sitting up there with nothing up here? Talking about justice for Rizzy, a very well-off law student. No, baby, she's not less fortunate. She spent $1,200 on one night, and you know a hotel room will give you a full 24 hours. So therefore, she could have a front tooth. I have a flipper right here. Okay, and goodness knows if it was my front. Oh, baby, I couldn't imagine no front tooth. Oh, child. Medicaid to get you a tooth back. Thank you. But oh, she have a wig slapped on the head, especially when she doing them interviews, and they be atrocious too. Whew. They be atrocious. Hey, Pooh. Hey, Pooh.
Hey, today's Saturday.
What you finna do?
To do my chores.
Oh, you finna do your chores? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sitting up here all week long bringing attention to you and that empty mouth, front of your mouth. And AJ over there with her sweaty titty ass. Justice for reason. Come on, JJ's, let's get on the case. You want to be an activist so bad. If you don't activate your goddamn... No. Child. Stop, girl. On the boots on the ground. Girl, your dick on the ground. Stop it. Child, please. Fake ass Al Sharpton. Hell, I'm the Al Sharpton of Messy Talk. Don't take my job. That left on last Friday or whatever day she came to the app and tried to start blaming everybody except for herself for letting it happen in her panel. Time after time after time again. Police. Let me fuck up. Girl, what you want? How can I help you? Hello? Damn it. Sitting over there looking like, oh, rusty ass chest. And they done kept up all this mess all week. Oh, just a hot ass mess. And do y'all know, in order for someone to find something on Reddit, they literally have to be Googling that? Y'all know that, right? Okay. So after a week, if her name never comes up, those Reddit articles will never be found. Absolutely, Freeman. Is anybody aware of that? So going forward, right? Those who have to be employed by mainstream. You get a job, someone don't like you. They tell the employer, go on Reddit, type in Rizzy, and you can see all the things this person has done. Allegedly. That's how that happens. But if your employer is looking you up, why would they? You already work there. If you're going to get a job there, they could look you up. But more than likely, your social media will come up way before a Reddit ad. And that's unfortunate that y'all wasted a week. Could have been celebrating her life. You wasted a week on foolishness. And that's why you need to get the fuck off Messy Talk and touch grass. It's a real world out there. It's real people hurting. And you decide to take their pain and make it your fake ass crusade. What the hell? Nyla, are you serious right now? Girl, I don't even know what's up with you. Whack ass crusade you don't have for a week. Now the rooms are down to 20 people.
You want me to get dressed in the morning?
Yes, you can get dressed in the morning. We're going to get nails done.
Now?
Yeah, you in this fake ass, whack ass crusade that you are part to blame, so you say. Fake ass shit. Now them people got to go here, go there, go there. That is just low down and dirty, child. Let me tell you something. It's dirty. It's low down. I don't care what nobody says low down dirty. We had people coming to us with theories about my sister for about 2 weeks. Some, every now and again, But even though I was a child, I wish someone who had my sister plastered all over our news outlet in our town with some foolishness, and then I find out they're a part of the foolishness. Thank you. That was sick. That was disgusting and sick what she did to that girl family. Because that's who's here to witness it, to see it. Thank you, baby. Who's been inconvenienced by it. Then you got people who happen to be on the defense because initially you guys were trying to put out just the good clips where she's talking really docile. Thank you, Bone. And now people are on the defense and they're having to put out other clips that doesn't paint her in a great light. Imagine this. Some of you may know, but some of you don't. I'm in the middle of a probate, and it's been getting on my nerve because next month will be the 2-year, and I can't sue the hospital, the facility that did what they did to my father. And we've been in probate over his house, right? Well, when Rizzy passed away, one of the things that, because I look at the mailbox every day for this judge to make this ruling that I can be the administrator of the estate. Right? Because I'm supposed to be by Georgia law. But okay. So I watched, and that's been getting on my nerves. It's taking a lot of my energy and time in this, especially in 2025. Right? But when Rizzy passed, I remember thinking to myself, I can look at this differently. Because my daughter is literally living in my dad's house, in my father's house, with my sister and my sister's mom and my sister's cousin. And she's, been there off and on as a child because they bought the house in 2005. I think my daughter was born in 2002. So I looked at it differently. I said, at least, my child is not in my house, right? But at least she's not roaming around. She's in a house that she's been in almost since day one as a toddler. She's with people that she know and love that spoil her, maybe to her detriment sometimes, but they are spoiling her. She using them, they ain't using her, right? And I began to say, okay, whatever the judge decide, I don't care. Because I had y'all ass is getting out this. We selling this house. But then I thought about it. My child lives there. So, you know what? It's whatever. Because let me tell you something. All these clips y'all pulling, I dare you find one. Just one. Where Rizzy is on Messy Talk and or Debate Talk, where everybody in the comments is saying nice, or not everybody, half the comments are saying nice things about her. Just one. So imagine a parent who wouldn't have known none of this, right? Check this. Her parents, her loved ones would have probably known none of the life that she was living on TikTok. And now they looking at these clips and they're looking at people say horrible things in the comments about their child. People in the panel, old assholes like myself, saying crazy stuff. Their child saying crazy stuff. Stuff they didn't even need to know. They did not even need to know that. My daughter went to school till she was 22 almost, right at 22. And I was so grateful. I said, the teachers loved her, the bus drivers, everybody, peers loved her. Seniors helped me, get her on the field on graduation day. Just loved her. And one person told me that my child had been bullied. And it broke my heart. And they said they protected my child. And I said, name your price. I'll give you whatever you name. Thank you. Because I had never heard it. I never heard anything about my child being bullied. So to see this and to see your child being in an atmosphere day in, day out for hours upon hours and nobody saying nothing nice to the person. It was me. Imagine that. That your child is somewhere in an atmosphere every single day where the people do not want them there, do not like them there. And in order for them to stay there, they have to pay there. I would be livid. Livid. I mean, it's crazy. There are clips right now where AJ is telling Rizzy about that money game that was being played between her and Rizzy and Lee. Band for band. And then in the middle of the game, they changed the rules on Rizzy. And Rizzy said, I'm okay with playing band for band, but you can't change the rules in the middle of the game. And guess what AJ said? But friend, what you gonna do? You gonna pay the $4,000? I would be livid. That's fucked up. It's beyond sad. You're saying you knew her issues, you knew her problems, but you sat there and said, friend, what you gonna do? You gonna do the 4,000? Instead of saying, friend, you young. You know what I'm saying? You in law school is not cheap. You got law school, you could be paying, you know what I'm saying? You could be doing a lot of things. Don't sit here and give your money away for nothing. Band for band. As I stated before, everybody will be bled all over. And that's true. What does that mean? It just means like, when you shooting at a target, right? You want to clean. Thank you. You want a clean shot. But when you do it dirty and you don't know, thank you, baby. When you do it dirty, it splatters everywhere and it gets it on everybody. And that's what she's doing. Everybody who took money from what y'all say was a mentally ill person. And that's why I'm like, AJ, we've said this 100 times on this internet. AJ is not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Because if she knows that she's taking some cash apps or heavy gifts, if her friends, and she's extremely close with Susu, she's extremely close with Braid, she's extremely close with Bella, and she knows they have taken large gifts and or cash apps, why would you be so adamant to call her mentally ill and saying you always knew she was mentally ill? Exactly. Now, to do vile things to someone you feeling vile, that is doing vile things to you, is human. Is it right? No. Is it human? Yes. But to take money from a person, large sums, not a little 5 or 10 or, a lunch, not lunch money, but house and car money, car notes and full car bought type money. To take that type of money from someone that you deem mentally ill is atrocious. An absolute atrocity. Now, what if, because y'all calling the feds, what if the money was from something that she wasn't supposed to be doing? Thank you. What if the money is from something she was not supposed to be doing? So guess what? That will come out and that will go viral. Thanks to AJ. Yeah. What if it come out that she was doing something? That's how she earned the money or got it or whatever you want to call it. Because the Fed's gonna look for the money. That I can promise you. Somebody cussing her out 2 days prior, that is not their concern. They're looking for the money. And they want to know why a young person has that amount of money to blow. And if I was her family and I didn't know nothing about what my child was doing illegally, I would be livid that now you have tarnished our family's reputation by putting our business out there for people to search. And well, you know what? SoCal vibes, I agree with you. That she was capable of making her own financial decisions, but even Ray Charles could see the decisions that she was making wasn't smart, not half smart. So, who, me? Okay, so if so, you say what's true. If they wasn't half smart, why not stand up for her? Me? Me. Right. You late. Well, first of all, all of it's gonna come out. Well, first of all, I can only control me, right? And my exact words to her was, I'm gonna like you for you, or I'm going to dislike you for you. Your money is no good here. And I got people searching for those clips. So that's how I controlled that. I am extremely mean. What are you talking about? I am mean as hell. But I'm going to tell you right, though. I may not say it the way you want to hear it, but in the end, it was the right thing for me to tell you. That's the biggest problem. Y'all young people want it, padded up and sugar coated. I don't do that. No, thank you. So, but can you tell other people? Oh, we out here. It wasn't no joke over here. We would say, y'all know, y'all now, y'all, but you got somebody who you're sitting there watching them get played, but yet they talking crap about you. So you be like, let me mind the business that pays me. Long as I don't take no money, I ain't in it. My name Bennett, I ain't in it. And that be your stance. I watched them play. I mean, man, I watched them play so many games it wasn't even funny. I was in at home in Stockbridge, Georgia, walking up and down the aisles at Christmas time last year, getting Christmas decoration, and they was paying to get rid of her from that platform. And they raised that money so fast to get her banned completely from there. And them people changed the damn in the middle of the game. They said, well, it's gonna take, because she, whatever they paid to get rid of her, she would double it to come back. Baby, them people, next thing you know, it had her at 2,000. I just stopped in the middle of the aisle and said, now this is crazy. Y'all had already said this was the amount that would get rid of her permanently. And then she said that she would pay double. The rules were you pay double to come back. Then they said, well, we're not going to. So Rizzy wound up saying, how much is it that they can never put me out? Or something to that effect. Thousands of dollars in moments to be in a space where people don't want you there. I always wondered, right, why if the content creator knew that their audience didn't like her, why would they just say this platform is not, not your cup of tea, right? Like, they ain't digging you in here, and I feel that you won't enjoy yourself in here. You won't have a good time in here. I didn't understand that. I mean, we can read the comments. I've read in my own platform probably 50 comments tonight of people who don't like me. And they've had to get the fuck out. So if I was a panelist, especially on a daily basis, and the same people who come and visit my space every single day is saying every single day when she shows up, oh, why not you? Man, that I would literally ask that person, like, why do you want to come in my space? You're reading the comments. You're interacting with them. Nope. Didn't do it. Did not do it. Let them, was hoping that one of the comment cousins or panelists would piss her off so much that she'd be like, all right, I'm paying $25 to drop you or $25 to mute you or whatever the hell I got to do so I don't have to hear you complain about me. Or just because it's Tuesday and I got it like that. Because sometimes it was just because it was Tuesday with Riz. Sure. I'm waiting. I knew her about as much as you know someone in your apartment complex. Because that's kind of what I look at messy talk. Like, we're all over here in like an apartment complex together. Sure, accent. Yeah, I knew her about as much as that. Or a community, a little neighborhood or whatever. And I'm the old lady that don't like you to get on my grass. That's my thing over here on Messy Talk. I don't want you on my grass, and if you step on my grass, I'm gonna cuss you out. That's my position in the community. Forgiveness for, because if I say I want to ask for forgiveness for me and Rizzy cussing each other out, do you know how many people just today I gotta ask for forgiveness for? Just today. I mean, I think I cussed out a good 7 today. Okay, so who would I ask for forgiveness for? Because at the time, she was still alive, but she wasn't aware that I was doing that. 2, I didn't think, I thought she was duping me, not me duping her. Or us, because not me, but I thought she was duping us, not us poking. I thought she was poking fun at us, not us necessarily poking fun at her. So, do I ever get tired of it all? What, messy talk? Yeah. I did. But then, again, you guys are missing the point. It was brought in the room that was a stunt and it had been done before. So I'm thinking I'm showing a picture of a stunt. Of her stunt that we're going to tear her a new one for tomorrow. And everybody had that consensus. Everybody had the same consensus. This is a stunt, and she fucking with our mental. You're good. So no, I did not think I was showing an actual. I didn't even think I was showing a real attempt, if that makes sense. Because to me, an attempt is just as serious as it happening. So I didn't think I was showing a real attempt. I thought I was showing a fucking hoax, a stunt, and a give me my way, a manipulation tactic. Woe is me. Be my friend. I know I've pissed all of y'all off and I played in all of y'all faces and I've done all these money games with y'all and now I can't play the money games no more and y'all have ousted me. I need back in. That's what I thought. Something's bothering me? No. I wish I wouldn't have been live that night, honestly. I just do. Thank you. Love you as well. I wouldn't have been live that night. Mm-mm. And I never go live. You couldn't believe it. I damn sure couldn't believe it. You're welcome, Pure Bloodline. I went from shocked to like, wait, what? And then, like I said, people was coming in the box. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. And I'm like, but even I was like, there's no way. Like, gravity wise, it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. Gravity, scientifically, it didn't make sense. And then when the person said, "Oh, this been done before," same thing, same exact way. I went livid, angry. I do. I do. I do. You're welcome. Sure. It's bothering me that only person I'm gonna be totally honest with you. The only person I've thought about consistently for the last, I think we found out about 12 or 1 o'clock that night that she didn't make it. So the only person I have consistently thought about for 7 full days now is her mother. Because I watched and still watch my mother losing a child to suicide, and you know, all that comes with that, and at such a very young age. My sister was 23. So yeah, I'm angry. When I say I'm angry with AJ, because she has put all of Messy Talk, thank you, on the defense for blaming us. And when you put us on the defense, that makes us angry with Rizzy. That makes us angry with, everything. And it shouldn't have went that way. No, all of us who've been in these panels hopping and screaming and fussing, we shouldn't have had to do that. Now that I know what happened, how do you feel about what led up to it? I didn't see it coming because like I said, the last time I seen her, she dropped me out of the box, put my picture up in she read me for filth that day. And I heard it. I got the clip, and I heard the clip, and I laughed so hard because she read my ass down. And so I didn't see her anymore. So I didn't know she was going through anything. She really wasn't, she wasn't in HBs no more like that because she was kind of pitting HB and Braid against each other, so to speak. And so they kind of both came to a consensus, like, all right, both, So I didn't see her. So I didn't know her and Candy was beefing. I didn't know. I knew her and HB was beefing. And the reason I found out that her and HB was beefing, because one, what Reezy did was try to piss HB off. She did a money game to try to piss HB off. And at first, HB didn't take the bait. And we were shocked. But Reezy wouldn't leave well enough alone. And she wound up, like, this is what I heard because I didn't see her. I told you I don't see nothing. She wound up, like, telling, like, her and HB's back end combos about what HB got going on in her romantic life and all that. And we was like, oh, shit. HB's going to rip her a new one. But I didn't never hear that she ripped her a new one. We never heard it. At least I didn't. I can't speak for other people. I didn't never hear it. So when they came up with the names, it actually didn't make sense at first until they said, I was like, what did all, they was like in Bryson's live. And I still to this day have only heard the Thibodeau part of Bryson's live. I still ain't seen the HB part of Bryson's live, and I still haven't seen the Candy part of Bryson's live. I haven't seen either one of them, so I don't know I didn't hear her and Candy's argument. I haven't heard her and HB's argument. So I still don't know to this day what was said in those arguments. So I was very confused I was real confused about Candy. I was like, where the hell Candy come in with it at? Why her not, we was all, when it was Candy talking shit when we thought it was a hoax, yeah, but everybody was. But when it was brought out that she had actually passed and there was some names called, when I tell you, I was like, how the hell Candy get in this? But because I don't know about an argument they had, So nobody expected it. Nobody expected it. I haven't heard it, Antoinette. I really have not heard it. Hey, the villain. That's one. I probably got 90 clips. Seemed like it anyway. And they all scattered all over the place. But I don't have that one. I really don't. And I honestly, I kind of want to hear it for the fact that, because you remember now, these three names, the tape with that on it ain't came out yet. But I want to hear why would they put Candy in it if they ain't produced the tape? Why would they put, so did Candy say something that bad that they was like, that would drive me off the bridge? You know what I mean? So I kind of want to hear it for, what I'm saying, just out of curiosity. Oh, AJ played it. Oh. Oh, wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I mean, was Rizzy holding her own in there? Because Rizzy can hold her own now. Was she at least holding her own in it? Oh, wow. She went in the mood at all that day to fight. Mm. That's crazy. I feel bad for Candy because, again, what are you saying? Rizzy mom's side of it. What are you talking about? Rizzy attacked her first with the trans man. I told her she can hold her own now. Yeah. No, it don't work like that in New York. So don't believe that. New York is very, very unionized. About the most thing they gonna do with this is, put her on some type of a leave with pay until they fully investigate. But as of right now, they don't. How could her job investigate when there's nothing to even prove to someone else that Rizzy is no longer on Earth? A TMZ article ain't gonna do it. Candy would be able to sue them till the cows come home. Not only that, Candy goes by Candy on the app. That's why I said some of y'all just don't be making no sense. Do y'all don't mind not making no sense? Y'all don't mind, like, that lady literally goes by Candy. She has a very animated voice. She's never shown her face on this app. Are there some of you who know who she is? Probably a couple of you. But how in the hell could you definitively tell her job, hey, this is your employee saying these things, when she has a whole moniker, page name, and nothing to tie them together? I just don't understand, y'all. It's painful to watch people be so ignorant. If y'all really want to know, that's one of the most painful things to watch with people nowadays. Got information at our grandparents had to walk in the rain, the sleet, the snow, the heat, the whatever, the school. Y'all got the school on y'all hand, in your hand, I mean, all day, every day, and refuse to use the knowledge that's inside of your phone. It does not take a genius to know that if we over here like, is that Candy? Is that Candy? How the hell is her job going to definitively say that was you talking in that box to that girl, and that was you, that was the deciding factor for her leaving this world, and that was you? Come on. First things first, did she leave the world? Check. Next thing, was it really because of what you said, or were there other underlying things? Well, in order for us to find that out, guess what? We got to do an investigation into her business. Next, how can we identify that you are the person talking in that video? Y'all just don't use your brains. You do not use your scruples. I know for a fact I don't need an attorney. Why would I? Can you? Okay, Jay, let's play the game. Why would I? I want you, based upon what you saw, tell me exactly why would I need one. So that, okay, hold on. The F, the B, and the I is going to investigate an apparent, not speculative, maybe, but apparent suicide based upon some clips on social media that could have been for years of people saying things on a person that literally could have said, I never want to see these people again. I am going to log out. I am going to change my algorithm. I am going to get rid of the app. I am going to, like numerous things. Y'all just don't make sense. The F, the B, and the I. Do you all know how expensive it is to prosecute a federal case? Do you? Do you know our country is literally not giving people food stamps right now? Do you know they're cutting back on health care right now? Do you know our government was literally just shut down for weeks? Y'all are ridiculous. And the energy that you're putting out returns to you guys, manifest in your life, and you got to deal with it. That's not how that works. The only authorities that's investigating is because of people. If you call the police right now, they literally, because you're a taxpayer, I'm sure. Hey, Miss Jays. Thank you. They literally have, thank you, Miss Jays. They literally have to answer the call. They literally have to look into what you're saying to find out if there's some validity. That's called an investigation. If I pick up the phone and dial 911 right now and say, at 123 Main Street, there is a body inside that house. They literally got to go to 123 Main Street to see if there's a body inside that house. It's also called an investigation. Y'all are so weird. You're weird. No, they're not. For what reason, JR? Before I block you, tell me. I return that energy to you. Full fledged. And I pray that the fear and agony that you wish for me to have, I pray you know exactly how that feels very shortly. Enjoy that. I've returned that to you. Selah. And that's how that works. Y'all not finna give me that energy. Not gonna happen. The feds are coming for somebody who ain't never talked to the girl. In over a year. Directly in over a year, please. Get out of here. Y'all are so sad. And I never, ever, ever play the race card. But to see black people telling other black people, you're going to jail, you're going down, you're this, you're that. And I ain't even done a damn, I haven't had a combo with Rizzy other than me and Rizzy arguing. And that was weeks ago. And I think in this year, 2020, because I was gone from the app for like 6 months, I bet you we didn't argue, but maybe 5 times. Maybe 5. This year. I know we argued on September 23rd. I got that clip. The day she ate my ass down. I don't even know if you want to call that an argument, but I'm pretty sure I said my 1-2 step on the way down. So how the hell is I'm supposed to... This year we probably argued 5 times. I don't get, some of y'all look real crazy. Really, 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 really crazy. And some of y'all gonna be wondering why them collect calls is coming to your phone. Why them is coming to them, because y'all sending out that energy. And there are people who are strong enough not to receive it and know how to transmute it back to where it came from. So, y'all sound so slow. That lady done lost her job. Y'all don't even know who she is. She had a Pooh Shiesty mask on the last time she was on the internet. 99.9%, 99.99999% of Messy Talk couldn't point Candy out in a lineup. Because they've never seen her. So who in the hell couldn't know to call her job? And even then she could say, I have no idea who they are. And I have a strange feeling that Candy don't talk like that in person. I just have that weird feeling that she does that animated voice for the internet. That her everyday voice don't even sound like this. So you're probably not even going to be able to voice match her, much less face match her. But y'all ran with it. She lost her job. Anybody know anything about Candy? She lives in New York. Anybody knows anything about New York? You ain't walking out your job for nothing. You're walking out with a severance, and they better have a damn good reason. Y'all so pitiful. Just pitiful. And you know what, Bun Bun? I'm going to tell you what really got me. And I'm not being mean, but these the same people last month was T-Time going to jail. T-Time going to jail. T-Time going to jail. He passed away. He passed away. She the reason he ain't here. And she free as a damn bird. But y'all want to tell folk they going to jail for Rizzy when Rizzy took herself with her own hand. Y'all don't... I swear, that's one... I promise you, that's the shit that irking me, that I literally am in proximity to y'all. I'm literally in proximity to this dumb foolishness. Y'all have literally sat here. And the crazy part, some of you said, they ain't gonna lock T up for that. T ain't gonna get no time for that. But yet you're adamant that people who did not touch, ain't never seen Rizzy in life, is going to jail for her dying. Baby, you can't make this shit up. When I say you cannot make this shit up. That is just outright asinine. They had one man, one woman, a guarantee that he unalive because of her. They still doing the investigation. They still trying to find out everything they can find out to make sure they're doing what needs to be done for justice, if any needs to be given. But y'all want these people to lock up a slew of folks. A slew of folks for somebody who took their own life. Y'all are dumb. Dumb. Just dumb. Do you know what the FBI would do if anything? They would see if there would be a civil suit so they could use the evidence from the civil suit for the criminal suit. Dummies. Y'all are so dumb. Imagine being insulted on the internet. What else is new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Please, I swear, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. They saying nosy naming names too. That's what they say, because nose ain't even the type that'll come back and name names. Where's she at naming names? And what names did she name? Pussies. What's new, pussycat? Whoa. Oh, I went on the internet and somebody called me a bitch. My Lord. Oh, it'd be just the ignorance be just, it just be the ignorance that's so. I hate that I'm in proximity to this type of ignorance. This shit is just dumb. I know I do some dumb stuff over here, arguing and fussing and cussing and wasn't. But the fact that y'all don't use y'all brain cells is wild, man. Now, are there probably abilities for some people to be hit with financial abuse, which is a big crime? Yeah. Because these motherfuckers out here saying she was mentally ill, and we know tons of money was spent for nothing. For nothing. And that is called financial abuse. But getting cussed out on the internet and saying this is too much, considering you in the middle of a trial, consider you was no longer in law school, was headed back, get out of here. Life is hard. for some people, y'all didn't use y'all brain cells. Do you know how hard it is to get 12 people to say you had no other choice? These were the things that was said to you, and there was absolutely no other thing that could be done, so you had to leave here. Do you know how callous some people are? You have literally people, and I've had to cuss a few out that literally say things like, oh, they took the coward's way out. Oh, they did da 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 da. Here's some callous people out here that the last person they would blame is someone else when someone takes themselves out. Do you know how hard it is to get 12 people to agree to that? Y'all just don't use y'all's brain. Who in the hell is... Get out of here with me, else if I beat your ass. Do you know that? Do you know that some people live their life thinking everything that happens in your life is because of your actions, not the actions of others? It sounds crazy, especially to you new Negroes. It sounds really crazy because it's always somebody else's fault, right? You know, everything is somebody else's fault. What you ate for breakfast is somebody else's fault. But there are still real people who live in this world and say everything that happened to me is because of my choices and my decisions, not someone else's. Do you know how hard it is to find 12 people that agree that that's not the case? That things that I do is that I go through is because of someone else, not because of me. 12 people to agree to that. You guys got to use your brain cells. This is so unfortunate that this happened. But if I was a betting person, if anything, the feds is only concerned about the money. Because that's the part they can handle. Was the money legit? Was the money legit from Rizzy? Was taxes paid on it? Was the money, was Rizzy used when she gave it to Braid and this person, that person, was she being used? And did they pay taxes on it? Those are the questions. If you want an investigation, I just told you that that's your investigation right there. Whether or not some arguments on the internet suffice an adult making a life-ending decision is not the investigation. People. No, I haven't heard about what Shari said. And I'm pretty sure she's one of the idiots that says, oh, well, let me go my ass to bed. That was just too much ignorance right there to even think about. Y'all want 11 people to go because everybody who got a clip of somebody, one person cussing out, got a clip of somebody else. And just because you didn't say it out loud and you typed it, don't make it any better. So the comment cousins, y'all going to? Y'all going to? Baby, y'all are ignorant. Ignorant. Just ignorant. Just ignorant for the sake of being ignorant. They have full content on YouTube, no clips, full videos. And that's going to prove what? What does that prove? That she sat for hours in places that she could have left, the host could have dropped, all of that. There were, again, y'all want the government to spend money on investigations, trials, and if guilty, 3 hots and a cot, when there was so many other options before. Y'all just so ignorant. Just ignorant. Child, please. Y'all make yourself look. I'm serious. I refuse to talk to anyone who on what they've seen on TikTok feel like some people doing prison time. Y'all can't be in my space. I can't talk to you. When all this is said and done, please don't talk to me. I don't want to deal with that type of ignorance. Do you know how many videos these people have to go through to prove patterns, to prove there were no options, which is impossible because there's always options. I've had 50 of y'all bullying me in here tonight, and I stopped y'all from bullying me within seconds. 3 tops, 3 seconds, and it stopped each and every one of you bullying me. And then on top of that, do y'all realize she paid to stay in places? Paid to stay in places that had paid to have her booted out. You can't be bullied that way. That means you want it. Y'all so ignorant. I refuse to. When I look through all of these clips, anyone who's saying what they have seen, somebody going to jail. Now you might say they should, because some of y'all believe people need to go under jail for having no front tooth, and they never mind. I can. Let me show you how I can go. Ooh. Ooh. Just stupid. You getting bullied in a space, but yet you go back and pay your way back in this place to get bullied again. But people going to prison for that. Y'all so fucking dumb. I swear that's the dumbest shit I've heard in my life. Then you get mad when it start making sense, and then you go, well, go to bed. You can't win with y'all. You're sitting over there going, that don't make no sense, because, yeah. Y'all so dumb, and y'all putting out that crazy energy in the atmosphere that has to meet y'all back at your front door. Child.